Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, Virginia. In a brilliant example of early-day marketing, brewing powerhouse Anheuser-Busch initially opened Busch Gardens in Pasadena, at the winter estate of the company's co-founder, in 1906. Today, with several shuttered locations confined to the past, two vibrant parks remain. Tampa Bay debuted in 1959 with an African theme, and in 1975 Williamsburg, Virginia, followed, flaunting European style. The latter especially benefits from serene landscapes and views, elevated by relaxing loungers and lazy rivers at Water Country, USA. These low-key elements are juxtaposed with such action-packed rides as the Der Wirbelwind Swings, the floorless Griffin roller coaster, the Drop Tower Mock, and the newest draw, the 360-degree virtual reality Battle for Era. A prime location means Busch Gardens can easily be paired with other enlightening experiences like Colonial Williamsburg and Colonial National Historical Park. Efteling, Kaatsheuvel, the Netherlands. Plunge right into a fairy tale in Kaatsheuvel, a Dutch village some 2 hours south of Amsterdam. Here, the enchanted discover Efteling, which started out as a sports park in 1930 and grew to feature an immersive fairy tale forest. Beyond interactive odes to the likes of Sleeping Beauty and Hansel and Gretel, Efteling captivates with the Spookslot Haunted House and Aquanura, Europe's largest water show. Bold adventurists will want to rock back and forth on the massive swinging ship Have Main, and queue for Baron 1898, the roller coaster that free-falls into a mineshaft. Prolong the fantasy by spending the night at the Efteling Hotel, inside one of the kitted-out-themed suites ranging from a circus caravan to the pumpkin-adorned Cinderella. Tivoli Gardens, Copenhagen, Denmark. Danish fairy tale scribe Hans Christian Andersen was one of the first to visit Tivoli Gardens when it opened in 1843. The majestic park, planted in the middle of Copenhagen, surely inspired the author, just as it does the hordes of tourists and annual card-holding locals who walk through its ornate, arched entrance gates all year long. They come for the rides, of course, including the animal-themed carousel, the Ferris wheel with striped hot air balloon-shaped cars, and one of the world's oldest wooden roller coasters, complete with brakemen aboard each train. Wandering the gardens also makes them happy, finding contemplation, say, in the Chinese-inspired bamboo forest or the gurgling water fountains outside the newly revamped boutique Hotel Nim. Dinner at one of Nim's myriad restaurants, or an open-air concert come summer, allows patrons to luxuriate in Tivoli at night, when it's at its illuminated best. The Prater Vienna. There are numerous landmarks synonymous with Vienna, the Hofburg and St. Stephen's Cathedral among them, but none conjure a sense of nostalgic playfulness like the Prater's giant Ferris wheel. First opened to the public by Emperor Joseph II in 1766, the amusement park formerly known as Wurstelprater is found inside the large public park Wiener Prater, in the city's 2nd district. The famous wheel, called Wiener Riesenrad, was constructed in 1897 to commemorate the 50-year reign of Emperor Franz Joseph I, and at over 200 feet tall the iron structure towers over the city, seducing with its old-school red cabins. Ride it for a few loops, then take the ghost train through the macabre and soar on the Prater Tower's swings. Refreshment comes courtesy of Schweizerhaus, where the heartiest appetites are sated with colossal pig knuckles, a specialty of this convivial beer garden. Beto Carrero World, Santa Catarina, Brazil. Beaches dominate Santa Catarina in the very south of Brazil, but those who tear themselves away from the stunning coastline can find sanctuary of another variety at Beto Carrero World. Located in Penha, on the north coast, Latin America's largest theme park opened in 1991. The colorful, medieval-like Castle of Nations is at the heart of it all, greeting visitors before they make their way to other beloved sites like the spinning boats of the Madagascar Crazy River Adventure, the inverted roller coaster Fire Whip, and the bi-level Venetian Carousel, spangled with close to 2,000 lights. Europa Park, Rust, Germany. It was a trip to the States that first propelled Franz Mack and his son Roland to create an amusement park in southwest Germany. Europa Park opened in 1975 in Rust, and it was essentially a showroom for the rides Mack designed and built as much as a carefree entertainment mecca. Over 40 years later, the family-run Europa Park, with its themed areas nodding to different European countries, continues to pack in revelers with thrilling rides like Voletarium, which takes guests on flights across the continent, or the African Queen, a safari boat ride. Roller coaster fanatics in particular will love it here, racing through 15 different options such as the virtual Alpen Express Coastiality, the upside-down Blue Fire Megacoaster powered by Gazprom, and the new this summer Eurosat Can-Can coaster, a foray into 19th century Paris heightened by a replica of the Moulin Rouge. Dollywood, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Skeptics might have balked when in 1986 the former Silver Dollar City in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, reopened as the flashier Dollywood. But the Herschen brothers were smart to bring on Dolly Parton as a partner, because the singer, songwriter, actress, and fiercely proud East Tennessee native injected this Smoky Mountains retreat with new life. Kitschy touches abound on the 150-acre grounds, like Parton's worth peeking into plush leather home on wheels and Stampede, the dinner show rife with horse stunts. Such entertainment is balanced by the 20-story high lightning rod roller coaster and the new toboggan-style mountain slide winder. Dollywood is now a place to unwind in a hot tub at the Dreammore Resort and Spa, but one glimpse of Klondike Katy, the 110-ton coal-fired steam train that was the star attraction back when the park opened as the Rebel Railroad in 1961, and it's clear it also stays true to its humble roots. Fuji Q Highland, Fuji Yoshida, Japan. Opened in 1968 at the foot of Mount Fuji in Japan's Fuji 5 Lakes region, Fuji Q Highland is a shrine to speedy roller coasters, with clamored for options like the rotating Ijanika and steep drop Takabisha. Haunted Hospital, a 2-story, 3,000-square-foot house of horrors, isn't for the lighthearted either. What separates Fuji Q Highland from other parks is its proximity to Mount Fuji. This storied volcano is visible throughout, from the Shining Flower Ferris wheel with its transparent gondolas to the Mad Mouse 2-seater coaster. Check into the Highland Resort and Spa, just outside the park's main entrance, and an entire weekend can be plotted around visits to the Fujiyama Museum and wooden bathhouse Fujiyama Onsen. Coney Island, Brooklyn, USA. Manhattanites, in just over an hour on the subway, escape the city's chaos for cheerful Coney Island. This stretch of South Brooklyn was first christened a resort getaway in the 19th century, soon to be known for its trifecta of whimsical amusement parks, Luna Park, Dreamland, and Steeplechase Park. Capture the soul of this golden era with a whirl on the circa 1920 Wonder Wheel, or the Cyclone, the legendary wooden roller coaster built in 1927. A relish-topped hot dog and crinkle-cut fries from Nathan's Famous, a stand that dates from 1916, are a must. Between the bumper cars, boardwalk strolls, and backdrop beach, childhood always seems wonderfully within reach at Coney Island.